Peace and blessings, brothers and sisters. There are many people today that are dealing with issues that are medical issues and also spiritual issues that are hereditary. And I want to give you a brief synopsis in regards to these issues that are plaguing our community, has been plaguing our community for centuries. It's just like when you have somebody who has an issue with high blood pressure. Some people may have issues with obesity. Those issues are hereditary. Let's talk about some positive things. A person like myself, I have an athletic build. Okay, I'm the same height as my father. Okay, I love martial arts, and my father loved martial arts. My father had multiple women. I had multiple women. My father was incarcerated. I was incarcerated. And until I disciplined myself spiritually, I had quite a few close calls prior to me humbling myself and listening to the wise counsel of the grand creator. Once I did that, then I didn't have those close calls anymore. However, I myself had almost had numerous children in various households that would have grew up in single parent households had I not disciplined myself. All praises to the grand creator for me disciplining myself, and my son was born in wedlock, who's 18 years old now, and grew up with a mother and a father in his life. All right. Now, some things are spiritual. Let's look at, people who have issues, in regards to crime in their family, violence in their family. The mothers have patterns of, historically, if you check the bloodline of the family, you have mothers and fathers that had children out of wedlock at young ages. These things are not coincidences, and a lot of things people call coincidences are spiritual issues that need to be rectified with a spiritual remedy. Some people, they utilize alcohol to try to handle their spiritual situations. Some people turn to drugs to try to handle their spiritual situations. You can't take a natural substance and handle a spiritual issue, because you'll come to find when you come off of that high, when you come out of being intoxicated, your bills are still there, your problems are still there. So that's certainly not the answer. It's time to turn to some spiritual guidance and some wise counsel and some wise principles, and not only hearing wise information, but it's implementation of the wise information that will bring about salvation, that will make you into a new creation. These are solutions that I have. And that solution that I have is people finding some psychological evaluation, somebody who's a person that is spiritual, that can guide you, a spiritual guide that can help you to get these spiritual things broken off of your life. And also by you finding out by way of somebody who is a herbalist, and has the natural remedies from the earth that we can use to handle a lot of these issues that we're having medically. And what I'm talking about is health wise. And I believe being unhealthy mentally is still a health issue, because if you're not mentally stable, then your life will be unstable. So what you need is a balance in your life. You need a spiritual equilibrium, if you will. You need your life to be calibrated. And so I submit to you today, the answer is to get to the root of your problem. You know, the very answer to people's issues is the very thing that people reject. Our people perish for the lack of knowledge. Why? Not only because they're not taught it, but also because they reject it. I don't believe in that. And the very thing that they don't subscribe to is the remedy to heal your soul. It's so many of us today that are wounded. So many of us have been molested as children. You have homosexual women and men because they've been molested. You know, some females have not only been molested by men in their family, but they've been molested by women in their family. Some men have not only been molested by men in their family, but they've been molested by women in their family. What is this perversion that's driving a person to violate another person? Some people have been raped. Some people have been verbally and physically abused. Some people have become so bitter on the inside because of issues they had with men, you know what I'm saying, to where they hate men. They can't stand men. Some of them are not homosexual. Some of them are homosexual. Some men have issues because they've been hurt by a woman. Some are homosexual. Some are not homosexual. So what then is this remedy? This remedy is being healed in the very core of your being, dealing with your soul, again, dealing with your mind. It's information that's going to bring about the transformation in your life. You need a solution. You need to resolve your issues. And as a former substance abuse control officer, being certified, you know, I dealt with drugs, and, you know, I dealt with alcoholism. I dealt with those things. I was a substance abuse control officer. So I'm very savvy to, and this is not limited to drug issues, but the first step in you being set free from your drug problem is you first admitting that you have a problem, because you're never going to seek help if you never admit that you have a problem. Now, I want to add into this category mental issues. If you never confess that you have an issue and you run away from your mental issues and you never resolve your mental issues, you're going to continue to have those problems until you first confess that I have an issue. And then after that, then you go seek help, because once you recognize you need assistance, then you find the right help. You find a person with wise counsel. One thing I come to find is what hurt a lot of people is they're getting the wrong information. And the wrong information gives you the wrong mindset. And the wrong mindset messes your whole life up. It messes your whole life up. Because the wrong mindset will have you living wrong. And by you living wrong, what it does is brings unnecessary roughness into your life. What I come to find is you need to follow your own life path. You need to follow your heart. You need to find out what works best for you, because Advil may work for one person, but Tylenol may work for you. So let's use this in a sense of what I'm talking about today. What spirituality do you need to subscribe to to help you to be able to conquer some of these things in your life that is beyond medicine. And I'm not saying turn into vaccines or turn into pills. What I'm saying is because when you go to counseling, that's therapeutic as well. It's therapeutic because a lot of us are holding stuff in, and that's the reason why a lot of us are so bitter on the inside. A lot of us, unfortunately, have based our lives off of man-made principles and doctrines. And some people, psychologically, you're losing your mind. You keep constantly wrestling and bombarding. And what keeps coming to you, I know it doesn't take all this, but a man telling me I need to do this. A man is telling me this, this, and that, and this, and that. And I need to do this and that, this, and that, this, and that. And now your mind is totally bombarded, and you base your life upon opinion rather than wise principles, wise counsel. A lot of people are looking for answers. Well, I'm here to tell you that there's a spiritual force that is influencing the things in this world. The hatred that's in this world, the discrimination that's in this world, the racism that's in this world, the corrupt politicians, the drug addicts, the drug dealers, the gangsters, the robbers, the thieves, the adulterers. What is plaguing humanity is the plaguing of the soul and of the mind. Thousands of religions, literally thousands of a religion. But I would love to submit to you today that those things were created by man and wasn't given to you by the divine creator. The only thing one can do is go by the historicity of when a particular spiritual book was implemented and came into being. However, I want to draw your attention to the prior time frame of these things being implemented and how did man deal with their issues then. It was wise counsel. One was taken to the elder, to the spiritualist within their community. And these things was remedied both spiritually and naturally from herbs from the earth. Things that are natural, things that the creator has created. But man has corrupted the atmosphere, and by corrupting the atmosphere has in turn corrupted man. I'm going to prove this to you. Think about pollution. When pollution corrupts the air, it in turn affects you because you're breathing that air in, and then it corrupts your body. When they put pesticides on the food, when you consume that food, it in turn affects your body, and it does also affect you psychologically. Everything that man puts their hands to and goes against the natural way of doing things that the creator had designed for us to be healthy for us, both spiritually and naturally, has caused corruption in this world. Everything that man tampered with has caused corruption in this world. Spirituality is not a religion. It's communication of your soul with the grand creator, and you finding answers, and you praying to the grand creator, and you seeking out answers, and you waiting for those answers to come. And the creator does use man to bring you answers, but you have to also be wise enough to know when a man is speaking from within him or herself and telling you something that is contrary to what the creator is saying. Some people call it spookism. No, I call it spirituality. I've had visions. I've had dreams. I've heard things before it happened. I've seen things before it happened. I had visions of things before it happened. I've seen miracles happen before my eyes. I've seen people healed without going to a doctor. I've seen people whose eyes were pink and who were sick. And I've seen prayers of faith and of healing remove these issues they had without any medical assistance. So I submit to you today, seek out the remedy. Seek out the healing for you consciously and for you physically. I put a video out there by Brother Tony Muhammad. It's on my actual Facebook page, and it's also in my group called Black Community Empowerment. I also have a YouTube page and a YouTube channel, rather, excuse me. And I have a section in there called Health and Wellness. And within that section, there is herbalists in there. There's spiritual teachers and healers in there. There's some prayers that you can pray. Listen to what I'm telling you. For those of you who believe in the supernatural, hear me when I tell you, I prayed these prayers. I've said these things, nothing satanic about it, not bringing any, I don't believe in bringing dark forces into my life. I'm a person of light. There's prayers in there. Again, my YouTube channel is called BC, B as in boy, C as in cat, empowerment. The word empowerment is all together. It's conglomerated together. Again, you can go there and it's called Health and Wellness. It's a health and wellness category. You could go into there and it has a lot of helpful videos in there. Matter of fact, I have some videos in there for those who have diseases like, not really. Well, yeah, I can say that. Arthritis, diabetes. All right. There's a herbalist in there. Brother Patrick, the master herbalist is in there. All right. I'm talking about videos. We'll link you to all the other videos. I'm talking about free information that will bring about healing to you naturally and spiritually. And also you can pass this information on, to those who you know in your families that are having high blood pressure. In fact, there's a video I have in there, Brother Prodigy. Unfortunately, that brother passed away from sickle cell. I have a video in there about a master teacher, the master herbalist, and he tells you the remedy of sickle cell without you going broke, going to these doctors that the only thing they're trying to do is give you an ailment so you could come back for that ailment and another ailment, and they're trying to bind you up physically. I'm also helping you get spirituality in its purest form without the tainting of man. Because the gods did come down and speak to humanity. How do you explain the pyramids? How do you explain on the pyramid walls tools today that doctors use in the medical field? Imhotep is the one. Imhotep, IMHOTEP. Look him up. He's the one that influenced the medical science in this world. Research, brothers and sisters. Study. I don't claim to know everything, but that which I know, I share it to you for free. Share this information with somebody else. Help somebody come out the incarceration of their mind and of their soul. Help somebody else receive healing naturally and spiritually. Thank you for tuning in to the School of Thought. Again, I want you to take in consideration the things that I said. It's time to deal with the issues in our life spiritually and naturally. Peace and blessings. Love you. Talk to you soon. Next Wednesday, same time.